It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Birds and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game, maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the back of the space, even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want, when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they let this well upfield across the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Good work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Sanders first carry of the game, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that would be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll He'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, if you have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football, the concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. First half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles off the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 31, Winston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to not go back on their heels?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for the number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that time? They were. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. It's complete. Kamara. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, Winston. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there in overtime. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense in overtime to put him in the red zone. That was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Jameis now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
If they moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We need an extra time to decide this one. The motion score at 18 finishes it off. Really just a great game to watch.
Great, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head, we could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt, the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.